Hello students, this is Asha Verma. I am from Lakshmichan Golwala College of Commerce and Economics. Um, Celebrating the finale of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, I have created one video on the government schemes that has benefited the whole nation. Uh, the one government scheme which I'll be covering in this video that is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has been devised in line with the government commitment for providing housing for all by 2020 in the rural areas. It is one of the major flagship programs being implemented by the Government of India under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs to provide all weather puka houses to all the eligible beneficiaries in the urban areas of the country. Basically, the scheme was launched on 25th of June 2015, which intends to provide housing for all in the urban areas. In August 2022, the Union Cabinet approved the continuation of this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana up to 31st December 2024 with all the verticals except one that was CLSS for the completion of already sanctioned house till 31st of March 2022. So basically, in this scheme, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, the basic mission is to provide a central assistance to all those implementing agencies through like states, union territories, and central nodal agencies for providing housing to all the eligible families and the beneficiaries. So basically, if you are asking about the eligibility criteria, the eligible people in this who can apply for the benefit of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is any beneficiary. It can be husband, wife, unmarried daughter, sons. Also, a beneficiary should not own any puka houses, which means the house should not be in his or her name. Let's say if I already own a house in that situation anywhere, irrespective of the state, anywhere in the entire nation, if I own any house in that situation, I cannot opt for or I can't opt to get a benefit for this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. And the next one is any adult, like irrespective of his or her marital status, can be treated as a separate household together. They can apply for this scheme. Now, these are the basic eligibility criteria that I have mentioned, like who all can apply for this particular benefit for of this scheme. Now, in the families also, like not all the family members, not all the individuals can apply. So there are certain other criteria is also there, or other eligibility condition is there, like number one is economically weaker sections of the society. Those who all are falling in the category of economically weaker sections, and that too where the household income, annual income is up to only 3 lakh rupees. Now, the other one is for lower income group. Now, for the lower income group, households with the income between 3 lakh to 6 lakh rupees, they can apply for this scheme. Now, the other one is for middle income group one, and there are two categories, middle income group one and middle income group two. So for the middle income group one, household with the annual income between 6 lakh to 12 lakh, and middle income group two, for them, the household with the annual income of 12 lakh to 18 lakh. Okay, so these are the family which is that we have. I have given family identification who can apply for the eligibility of. Who can apply for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Now there are certain other eligibility criteria is also there, that the applicant or his or her family must member, as I mentioned, must not own any puka houses in the any part of the country. Then the other one is the town and city in which the family resides must be covered under these schemes, because not all the cities and the towns are being covered under this particular scheme. So one needs to assure that where you are, targeting, or rather where you want to actually buy a house for you, whether that particular city or the town, whether that falls under the coverage of this scheme or not. And the next one is the family must not have previously availed the benefit of any housing related schemes, like if which is being given by the government of India specifically. So if I have already opted for my family member, or either I have any opted for any other schemes, I have already got the benefit of it, and then again I'm trying to get the benefit under the scheme also, that's not allowed. One cannot opt for a Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana if you have already taken benefit of the other scheme. Then last, the most important thing is that while the lower income group and the middle income group beneficiaries are eligible for, there is one part of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana called as credit linked subsidy scheme under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Beneficiary from EWS are eligible for the complete assistance, in the sense if I am from lower income group, or as I mentioned the middle income group 1 and group 2, then I can opt for the benefit of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, but only through credit link subsidy scheme. But when we talk about those who all are from EWS, category, they can opt for the benefit of the entire, whatever all the benefits are given under this scheme. They can opt for all the options. There are basically 4 options are there under this scheme. So EWS people, they can opt for all the benefits. LIG, that is lower income group, and MIG, that is middle income group people, they can opt for only credit link subsidy schemes. I mean, the benefit of the scheme they can get only through this credit link subsidy scheme. Okay. Now, the question comes is like basically how one can apply for this scheme. So, basically, there are 2 ways through which one can apply for the scheme. One is online and the other one is offline. Like first, I'll talk about online. So somebody who wants to apply for the scheme online will have to visit the official website of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. The second step would be you will have to select the citizen assessment option and then click on applicable choice. Click on applicable choice, where you will get 2 options for slum dwellers or for benefits under the other 3 components. Then you have to enter, that would be the step number 3. You will have to enter your Aadhaar card details. This will, once you will enter your Aadhaar card details, this will going to redirect you to the to the online application form. In this form, you will have to fill all the mandatory details and you will have to upload all the required documents. The details which you will require to fill is like your name, your contact number, your personal details, bank account number, income details, and other details. Now, once you have filled in all the details, at the bottom of the form, you will get the option click save, that you will have to save and enter the CAPTCHA code which is given there. The applications, once you have selected, save option, and then you have entered the CAPTCHA code, the application is filled now, it is complete. You will have to take the printout of it for the future reference. That's the online procedure for applying for it. If somebody wants to apply for the same offline, so you will have to visit the common service center which is near to your home. And the second step would be, then you will have to purchase this application form, the way we have discussed in case of online, that you fill online. The similar form you will be getting offline, where you will have to pay nearly rupees 25 plus GST at the counter for getting that form. Now, in this form, you will have to fill in all the mandatory details as we have discussed in case of online form, and attach necessary copies of the documents that is required. Again, here also you will have to fill the details like a contact number, your personal details, bank account number, etc. Once you have duly filled this form, you will have to sign it, and along with your filled form, you will have to submit one signed application, same from where you have purchased this form, like common service center only, from to there only you will have to submit also. So once I'm done with, filling my application form, the question comes is, what's next? Like, how would I know that whether my application is being accepted or not? So for that, one needs to check the beneficiary list. Now the question comes is, how one can find the name in this beneficiary list. So the government releases annual list of the beneficiaries on the basis of SECC 2011 data to check your name under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana list. Now, how one can check that? So you will have to visit a Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana beneficiary list website, that is pmay.government.in. Now you have to enter there your registration number that you must have received while filling application form, and click on, once you have entered your registration number, click on submit to view the status. Now here one can check whether the status have been, what exactly, whether you have been added in the beneficiary list, your name has been there in that list or not. Okay. Once you find your name there in that list, so now you are the official beneficiary of this scheme, basically. So that's a way where one can check. Even if somebody wants to check how before the beneficiary list, whether your application itself is being accepted or not, that for that also there are certain steps, like you can take, basically what you can do is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana assessment website. Same on that same website which I have mentioned previously, in case of beneficiary list, the same website you can visit. Then you can select track the status, okay, where you can put your name, your father's name, mobile number, your assessment ID number, or as I said, your phone number you can mention, and through where you can check your application status. So once your application got accepted, then the next step comes is to check whether my name is being added into the beneficiary list or not. Okay, so this is how you can apply for the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana scheme. Now, the question comes is which all, because while discussing the application process, I have mentioned that you need to upload certain documents. Now, which all are the basic documents that one will have to upload while filling the application form for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is like your Aadhaar card. Then you need to have your self certificate, that is affidavit, as a proof of income. Then your identity and residential proof, that would be either your PAN card, your voter ID card, your driving license. Then next is you need to have the proof of minority community. But then this is only applicable to those who belongs to this minority community. Then a proof of nationality you require. Then those who belongs to, which we have mentioned the categories, EWS category, LIG category, MIG category. So whichever the category you fall in, like if I belongs to middle income group, I need to have a certificate, wherever it is required, I need to have a middle income group certificate. I need to have, if I fall in the category of lower income group, I need to have the lower income category group of income certificate. If I belong to EWS, category, I need to have the certificate for the same. Then you need to have your salary slips. Then the other document required is your IT written statement. Your next is property valuation certificate is required. Your entire bank details with the accounting statement is also required. And then two more documents are required. One is either affidavit or the proof that the applicant, the person who is applying, doesn't own any puka houses. Because I have already mentioned, right? If you already own any puka houses, and if this is the second home that you're purchasing, in that situation, you won't be eligible to get the benefit of it. Okay. And the last document that you required is affidavit and the proof that the applicant is constructing home under the scheme, because the scheme is applicable to those, either one who is constructing home, and those who all are aiming to purchase home. For both the categories of the people, the scheme is applicable. So now, in case of you are opting to buy a new house, then you need to have the proof that you didn't own any house. And if you are opting for this benefit of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for constructing home, in that situation, you need to ensure that I mean, you need to have a proof of constructing the home. So these are the basic, documents that is being required if you are applying for the benefit of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Now the question comes is like whether this scheme has benefited anybody in the in last total. It's as I mentioned that the scheme has been initiated in 2015. It's been almost 8 years. Whether this has benefited and to whom it has benefited. So this basically scheme has benefited in the process of slum rehabilitations for those who all are eligible slum dwellers. To those people, this scheme has benefited like anything. The scheme has also promoted a affordable housing through credit linked subsidy schemes. So it's not like only those who belongs to economical weaker sections of the society have benefited from the scheme. Even a middle income group has benefited from this scheme through credit linked subsidy scheme. Now, these schemes also provide affordable housing in partnership with the public and private sectors, like central assistant per EWS house in the projects is where around 35% of your whatever is the houses are being that benefit is being given under this scheme. So in this way, this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has actually helped so many people in the country, to have their own house. Not only to have their own house, even if somebody had their house, for the reconstructions of their house, for that also, financial benefits are being given under this scheme. Somebody who is much interested in knowing about this scheme in details, I am just giving you some of the website that you can refer. So the one website is Pradhan Mantri, so PMAY mis.government.in. So that is one website. There is another website, www.pma, that is PMAY dash urban.government.in. Then there is one more website, that is transformingindia.mygovernment.in. And there is one more website, that is PMAY Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana UCLAP.government.in. I mean, these are the four websites which I have mentioned. Of course, there are certain other sources also, but these are the website, mainly government website, where one can go through this and can read in detail about the eligibility criteria and the other benefits. Even the schemes give the special benefits to the women's also. Like they have made it compulsory that if somebody who is applying for the scheme should, necessarily the one or the either primary or the secondary member has to be a female from that family. So now this is the one another way of, I mean, this scheme is not only helping people to have to own their own house. Even the scheme is making women independent, and even they have the ownership rights of their house. So that's the another benefit that the scheme is giving. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.